Good morning, Namaste, Jai Hind. Welcome back. So guys, in the last video, we were discussing about Anglo-Maratha War. We discussed about the different reasons responsible for the Anglo-Maratha War. Along with that, we also discussed about the different incidents related with the Anglo-Maratha War. Three major wars took place between Marathas and the Britishers. First one was from 1775 to 1782. The next one was from 1803 to 1806, and the last one was in 1817 and 18. And finally, with the elimination of the post of Peshwa, the Maratha power came to an end. So in this way, we discuss about the different elements related with that struggle. Now, after discussing about the Marathas, means we can say that as the Marathas were a challenge in front of the Britishers, in the same manner, the ruler of Mysore, Hyder Ali, was also a challenge. Means we can say that in South India, or we can say that in the southernmost tip of India, the greatest challenge was Mysore, or the ruler of Mysore, Hyder Ali. So about the different wars that took place between Britishers and Hyder Ali, means the ruler of Mysore, we are going to discuss here, and after the death of Hyder Ali, his son Tipu Sultan. Okay, so the topic is Anglo-Mysore War. Okay, or we can say that Anglo-Mysore War. Hyder Ali was the ruler of Mysore. If we talk about the history of Mysore, then till 1612 Common Era, Mysore or Mysore was a part of Vijayanagar Empire. In 1612 Common Era, ruler of Vijayanagar, Venkat the Second, okay, Venkat the Second declared Mysore as an independent state and Wadiyar as the independent ruler of Mysore. And simple सा पॉइंट ये है कि 1612 कॉमन एरा में विजयनगर के रूलर वेंकट सेकंड ने वडियार को मैसूर का फर्स्ट इंडिपेंडेंट रूलर डिक्लेयर किया था, एंड इन दिस वे ही गेव हिम द टाइटल ऑफ किंग, यानी राजा का टाइटल देते हुए वडियार को विजयनगर का मैसूर का फर्स्ट इंडिपेंडेंट रूलर बनाया था। और इस प्रकार मैसूर का एक अलग से एक इंडिपेंडेंट एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सिस्टम, और वी कैन से दैट अ न्यू डायनेस्टी स्टार्टेड इन मैसूर विद द नेम ऑफ वडियार डायनेस्टी। ओके, आफ्टर दैट एट द टाइम ऑफ लास्ट रूलर ऑफ दिस Wadiyar dynasty, Krishna Raj, the actual power was in the hand of Devraj and Nandaraj. Okay, later Nandaraj occupied the administration of Mysore, and at the time of Nandaraj, Hyder Ali joined the military of Mysore as a military officer in 1749 Common Era. Okay, after that in 1761 Common Era, Hyder Ali took all the powers from Nandaraj. Okay, यानी हैदर अली जो था वो नंदराज के टाइम में 1749 कॉमन एरा में मैसूर के मिलिट्री एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को ज्वाइन करता है, यानी मिलिट्री ज्वाइन करता है एज ए मिलिट्री ऑफिसर। उसके बाद 1761 कॉमन एरा में नंदराज से ही हैदर अली ने मैसूर के एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को हैंडओवर कर लिया था। ओके, आफ्टर दैट he faced many attacks from Marathas also. Okay, in 1764, 1767, along with that in 1772. Okay, many times Marathas invaded Hyder Ali. Is that clear? 64, 67 and 72. After that, Hyder Ali started to mobilized the power of Mysore, and in this way became a challenge for the Britishers. So how the battle started, this is the initial history of Mysore कि मैसूर स्टेट कैसे बना, हैदर अली पावर में कैसे आया. तो सिंपल सा ये है कि 1612 में मैसूर स्टेट एक्सिस्टेंस में आया था. सबसे पहले वड़ियार रूलर बना था. वड़ियार से वड़ियार डायनेस्टी की शुरुआत हुई और इसी वड़ियार डायनेस्टी में आगे चल के नंदराज जो था उसने इस डायनेस्टी के ही लास्ट रूलर को हटा करके पूरे एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को टेक ओवर किया था और इसी नंदराज को हटाकर हैदर अली रूलर बना था. ओके, आफ्टर दैट द स्ट्रगल between Mysore and Britishers took place at the time of Hyder Ali and his son Tipu Sultan. Okay, so here we are going to discuss about the different wars that took place between Hyder Ali and Hyder Ali and Britishers. Okay, means Anglo-Mysore War. 4 wars took place between Britishers and Hyder Ali. Okay, so first of all, the first Anglo-Mysore War. Okay, Mysore, or we can say that Mysore, the first Anglo-Mysore War started in 1767 Common Era. Hyder Ali was annoyed with the Britishers because of their imperialistic policy, and that's why he invaded the British regions, or we can say that he invaded the Karnataka region, which was under the control of Britishers. Okay, Hyder Ali joined hand with the Nizam and neutralize Marathas. ओके, यानी सिंपल सा टर्म ये है कि हैदर अली ने 1767 कॉमन एरा में ब्रिटिशर्स के अंडर आने वाले रीजन्स को प्रोटेक्ट किया. ब्रिटिशर्स ने मराठास और निज़ाम को अपने साथ में लिया टू कन्फ्रंट हैदर अली, बट हैदर अली ने अपने डिप्लोमेसी को यूज़ किया और उसने मराठास को न्यूट्रलाइज कर दिया एंड अलॉन्ग विद दैट निज़ाम. सो ही प्रॉमिस्ड निज़ाम that he would provide him a large state after winning this battle, and in this way he joined Nizam or the army of Nizam with the army of Mysore. Okay, and in this way Britishers got a defeat, and finally the Treaty of Madras, यानी हैदर अली मैड्रस तक चला गया था, and the Treaty of Madras was signed in 1769 Common Era. The Treaty of Madras, as the provisions of this treaty, both the parties returned each other's regions back, and along with that Britishers were also forced to pay a large amount in the form of war remuneration. यानी मैड्रस ट्रीटी 1769 या फिर we can say that 4th April 1769 को मैड्रस ट्रीटी साइन होती है, ट्रीटी ऑफ मैड्रस, जिसमें मेजर प्रोविजंस ये रहे कि दोनों ने एक दूसरे के रीजन्स को वापस लौटा दें. अलॉन्ग विद दैट Britishers were forced to pay war remuneration of a large amount in the form of war remuneration. Is that clear, guys? Okay, so that was the first Anglo-Mysore War. Reason simple सा था, imperialistic policy of Britishers. Okay, after that the second Anglo-Mysore War. Now which were the major reasons responsible for that? Which were the major reasons responsible for the second Anglo-Mysore War? So guys, Britishers wanted to take revenge of their earlier defeat, and Hyder Ali was not happy with Britishers as they occupied the region of Guntur. Okay, that were the major 2 reasons responsible for the second Anglo-Mysore War. In simple सा point ये है कि Britishers ने Guntur region को ऑक्यूपाई किया, due to which Hyder Ali was not happy with the Britishers. He was annoyed with the Britishers, and the Britishers wanted to take revenge of their earlier defeat. Okay, revenge of earlier defeat. So the war started in 1780 Common Era. Hyder Ali joined hand with Marathas and Nizam and invaded Britishers. Okay, Hyder Ali bravely confronted the Britishers, but he died on 7th December 1782 Common Era. Britishers used their diplomacy, and in this way they न्यूट्रलाइज मराठाज एंड निज़ाम। यानी इस वॉर का रीज़न था ब्रिटिशर्स को गंटूर को ऑक्यूपाई करना और ब्रिटिशर्स अपनी अर्लियर डिफीट का रिवेंज लेना चाहते थे। ओके, फाइनली वॉर स्टार्टेड इन 1780 कॉमन एरा। हैदर अली जॉइन हैंड विद मराठाज एंड निज़ाम एंड इन्वेडेड ब्रिटिशर्स, बट इनिशियली हैदर अली वॉज विक्टोरियस, वो पहले जीत रहा था, बट ही डाइड ऑन 7 December 1782 कॉमन एरा। आफ्टर द डेथ ऑफ Hyder Ali, his son Tipu Sultan led this battle. Okay, his son Tipu Sultan led this battle. Finally, both these armies got tired and signed the Treaty of Mangalore. Okay, Treaty of Mangalore, which was signed on 11th March 1784 Common Era. And as per the provisions of this treaty, both these parties returned each other's regions back, and along with that they also promised to help each other in the situation of attack of any other enemy. Is that clear? तो सेकेंड एंग्लो मैसूर वॉर शुरू हुआ 1780 में। 7 December 1782 में हैदर अली की डेथ होती है। उसके बाद इसको लीड करता है टीपू सुल्तान। फाइनली ट्रीटी ऑफ मैंगलोर साइन होती है 11 March 1784 कॉमन एरा में। यहाँ तक कोई भी जो दोनों साइड से कोई भी जो ग्रुप है वो जीतने वाला नहीं था। ओके, मीन्स टिल हियर दे ऑल आर इक्वल इन इक्वल सिचुएशन। ओके, आफ्टर दैट it's time for the third Anglo-Mysore war. Okay, situation would change after the third Anglo-Mysore war. At this time Britishers joined hand with Marathas and Nizam and invaded Tipu Sultan. What were the actual reasons responsible for this third struggle? Actually, Tipu Sultan wanted to buy the forts of Aicut and Kagnor to defend Malabar coast. Okay, the ruler of Travancore bought these forts and handed over to the Britishers, and because of that Tipu Sultan got annoyed with the ruler of Travancore, who was in support of the Britishers, and invaded the region of Travancore in 1790 Common Era, and in this way the third Anglo-Mysore war started. Is that clear? तो रीज़न क्या था? रीज़न था कि टीपू सुल्तान लेना चाहता था आइकॉट और कगनौर फोर्ट को। ओके, फोर्ट सिचुएटेड इन द रीजन ऑफ कोचीन, मालाबार कोस्ट को डिफेंड करने के लिए। बट त्रावणकोर के रूलर ने इन दोनों फोर्ट्स को खरीद लिया। त्रावणकोर का रूलर ब्रिटिशर्स को फेवर करता था। दैट्स वाई टीपू सुल्तान इन्वेडेड द रूलर ऑफ त्रावणकोर इन 1790 कॉमन एरा टू डिफेंड और टू सिक्योर द रूलर ऑफ त्रावणकोर। ब्रिटिशर्स इन्वेडेड Srirangpatnam, okay, the capital of Mysore state. They invaded the fort of Srirangpatnam. Okay, finally Tipu Sultan was defeated by the British army, and he was forced to sign the treaty on 23rd Feb 1792 कॉमन एरा। इज दैट क्लियर? यानी थर्ड वॉर शुरू हुआ त्रावणकोर पे टीपू सुल्तान की इन्वेजन की वजह से। तो जैसे ही त्रावणकोर पे टीपू सुल्तान ने इन्वेड किया, वैसे ही जो ब्रिटिश आर्मी थी उसने श्रीरंगपट्टनम को इन्वेड किया, और इस इन्वेजन की वजह से टीपू सुल्तान को फाइनली ब्रिटिशर्स के साथ में ट्रीटी साइन करनी पड़ी ऑन 23rd Feb 1792 कॉमन एरा। दिस ट्रीटी इज नेम्ड एज द ट्रीटी ऑफ Srirangpatnam. Is that clear? Treaty of Srirangpatnam. And as which were the major provisions of this treaty? Okay, so there were three major provisions in this treaty. There were three major provisions in this treaty. As the first provision of this treaty, Hyder Ali was forced to pay a war remuneration of 3 crore rupees to the Britishers. Along with that, till he would not pay the amount of war remuneration, means the 3 crore rupees, two sons of Hyder Ali would remain as the war prisoners in the custody of Britishers. Okay. After that, as the third provision of this treaty, half state of Mysore was handed over to the Britishers, which was divided by Britishers in three parts. The region situated north to Tungabhadra was given to the Marathas. Okay. The region situated between Pennar and Krishna river was given to Nizam, and the remaining part of Mysore was handed over to the Britishers. Is that clear? So there were three provisions in the Treaty of Srirangpatnam. Okay, Hyder Ali was forced to pay the war remuneration of 3 crore rupees. Along with that, he was also forced to send his two sons in British custody. Okay, and as the last, he had to surrender half of the Mysore state to the Britishers in the custody of Britishers. Is that clear? Okay. So in this way, the third war between Britishers and Mysore came to an end. Means third Anglo-Mysore war came to an end with the Treaty of Srirangpatnam. That was a clear defeat of Tipu Sultan. Now after that, the last one is the fourth Anglo-Mysore War. Okay, started in 1799 and ended with the death of Tipu Sultan. Okay, in 1798 Common Era, Lord Wellesley was appointed as the governor of British East India Company. Okay, after that, Lord Wellesley was an imperialistic governor. He wanted to eliminate the power of Mysore, or we can say that he wanted to demolish the problem of the tension of Mysore which was present in front of the Britishers. Okay, and that's why he forced Tipu Sultan to sign the treaty with Britishers. When Tipu Sultan refused to do so, he invaded Srirangpatnam, and finally Tipu Sultan was died on 4th May 1799 Common Era, and with the death of Tipu Sultan, the power of Mysore came to an end. यानी फोर्थ एंग्लो-मैसूर वॉर ब्रिटिशर्स में लॉर्ड वेलेस्ली की जो इंपीरियलिस्टिक पॉलिसी थी उसका एक सबसे बड़ा रीजन था, मतलब एक बहुत बड़ा रिजल्ट था. ओके, तो लॉर्ड वेलेस्ली ने फोर्स किया टीपू सुल्तान को ट्रीटी साइन करने के लिए. जब उसने नहीं किया, देन ही इन्वेडेड द श्रीरंगपट्टनम रीजन, फाइनली डाइड ऑन 4th May 1799 Common Era. Okay, and in this way the power of Mysore came to an end. Okay, after the death of Tipu Sultan, Britishers handed over the administration of Mysore again to the an adult ruler of Wadiyar dynasty, Krishnaraj. Okay, and एक adult we can say that he was not so capable to handle the administration. Krishnaraj जो था उसको administration handover कर दिया गया था. Is that clear, guys? Now after the discussion of Anglo-Mysore War, as the next we are going to discuss about the Anglo-Sikh War. Okay, which were the major things and incidents related with the Anglo-Sikh War. Ranjit Singh took birth in 1780 Common Era. He was the son of Maha Singh. As we discussed that Guru Gobind Singh died in 1708. After that, Banda Bairagi or Banda Bahadur took the power of Sikhism in his hand, who was killed by Farrukhsiyar in 1716 कॉमन एरा। यानी गोविंद गुरु की डेथ, गुरु गोविंद सिंह की डेथ होती है 1708। उसके बाद में बंदा बैरागी जो है उन्होंने सिखिज्म की पावर को अपने हाथों में लिया। 1716 थे उन्होंने उसको चलाया एंड फाइनली ही वाज किल्ड बाय फर्रुखशियर। ओके, आफ्टर द डेथ ऑफ बंदा बैरागी, कपूर सिंह ने उस पावर को अपने हाथों में लिया एंड ही मोबिलाइज द सिख्स इन द फॉर्म ऑफ जत्थास। ओके, आफ्टर द डेथ ऑफ कपूर सिंह, जस्सा सिंह अहलूवालिया took the power in his hand, and at the time of Jassa Singh, the whole Sikhism power was divided into different misl. Okay, misl, or we can say that equal 12 groups. Okay, तो 12 अलग अलग ग्रुप्स में डिवाइड कर दिया गया सिखिज्म की पावर को एट द टाइम ऑफ जस्सा सिंह अहलूवालिया। द मोस्ट पावरफुल मिसल आउट ऑफ ऑल दीज 12 was the misl of Mahasingh. Okay, or we can say that the Sakuchariya misl related with Mahasingh, the father of Ranjit Singh, who took birth in 1780 common era. In 1792 common era, Mahasingh died, and after the death of Mahasingh, Ranjit Singh became the administrator. But the administration was actually handled by the council, administrative council, which was run by Ranjit Singh's mother, his mother-in-law Sadakor, along with that his Diwan Dalpat Rai. Is that clear? After that, Ranjit Singh became the ruler in 1797, means actual power holder. Okay, after that he occupied different regions and became the actual power holder, or we can say that he became the actual founder of this modern Punjab state. Okay, in 1805 common era, from Bhangi misl, he occupied the region of Lahore and Amritsar and declared Lahore as his capital. And after that, in 1808 common era, he crossed the region of Satluj river, or we can say that he moved towards the eastern part of Satluj river, conquered the region of Maler Kotla, Faridkot and Ambala, and finally came to we can say that in a situation of struggle with the Britishers. Okay, यानी मालेर कोटला, फरीदकोट और अम्बाला को जब रंजीत सिंह ने जीता सतलज रिवर को क्रॉस करके, तो वो दोनों रंजीत सिंह और ब्रिटिशर्स जो हैं वो सिचुएशन ऑफ स्ट्रगल में आ गए। ठीक है, ब्रिटिश आर्मी रंजीत सिंह को कन्फ्रंट करने के लिए आती है। फाइनली देयर वाज एन स्ट्रगल बिटवीन रंजीत सिंह एंड ब्रिटिशर्स इन फेब 1809 कॉमन एरा। ओके, आफ्टर दैट Ranjit Singh signed the Treaty of Amritsar with the Britishers. Okay, and as per the provisions of this treaty, the eastern part of Satluj river was accepted as the part of British Empire. On the other hand, the western part of the Satluj river was accepted as the part of Ranjit Singh's empire. Ranjit Singh को ये परमिशन दी गई कि वो नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न साइड में अपने एम्पायर को एक्सटेंड कर सकता है, जिसमें उसने 1818 कॉमन एरा में मुल्तान को और 1834 कॉमन एरा में पेशावर को कॉन्कर किया और उसको अपने एम्पायर में मर्ज किया था। ओके, फाइनली रणजीत सिंह डाइड इन 1839 कॉमन एरा, मीन्स वी कैन से दैट टिल द डेथ ऑफ रणजीत सिंह देयर वाज अ कॉर्डियल रिलेशन बिटवीन ब्रिटिशर्स एंड सिख्स, यानी सिखों और ब्रिटिशर्स के बीच में एक इक्वल, एक बैलेंस्ड रिलेशनशिप थी जब तक रणजीत सिंह थे। आफ्टर द डेथ ऑफ रणजीत सिंह, there was a situation of mutual disputes due to increasing influence of Dogra brothers in the administration of Punjab. Okay, and that's why Britishers got an opportunity to invade the Punjab region and in this way to merge the Punjab state in the British Empire. And in this way, two wars took place between Britishers and the Sikhs, which are known as First Anglo-Sikh War and the Second Anglo-Sikh War. Okay, now which were the major incidents of the First Anglo-Sikh War? Okay, First Anglo-Sikh War. So because of the imperialistic policy of Britishers and the continuously increasing interference of the Britishers in the internal matters of the Punjab state, the war became inevitable, and finally the Britishers declared a war against Sikhs on 30th 13th December 1845 common era. Okay, after that on 10th Feb 1846 common era, Sikhs were decisively defeated in the battle of Sadawar. ओके यानी इन सारे सिचुएशंस की वजह से सिख और ब्रिटिशर्स स्ट्रगल की सिचुएशन में आ गए थे. फाइनली 13 दिसंबर 1845 को ब्रिटिशर्स ने सिखों के अगेंस्ट वॉर डिक्लेयर कर दिया. ओके, ऑन 10th Feb 1846 बैटल ऑफ सदावर में सिख जो हैं वो ब्रिटिशर्स से डिसाइसिवली डिफीट होते हैं, यानी निर्णायक रूप से हार जाते हैं. आफ्टर दैट ऑन 13th Feb 1846 common era, the region of Lahore was also occupied by the Britishers. मतलब सिखों की कैपिटल भी ब्रिटिशर्स के द्वारा ऑक्यूपाई कर ली जाती है. सो फाइनली ब्रिटिशर्स सिक्स डिडंट हैव एनी अदर ऑप्शन rather than to sign the treaty. So the Treaty of Lahore was signed on 1st March. It was signed on 1st March 1846 common era. Is that clear? As per the major provisions of this treaty, the region of Jalandhar, Doab, was handed over to the Britishers. Means we can say that the southern part of the Satluj river was completely handed over to the Britishers. Along with that, the number of Sikh soldiers was solidified. Okay, यानी जलंधर दोआब रीजन ब्रिटिशर्स को हैंड ओवर कर दिया गया. इसके अलावा सिख आर्मी में नंबर ऑफ सोल्जर्स को भी डिक्रीज कर दिया गया. फॉर एग्जांपल 20,000 उसमें जो सोल्जर्स ऑन फीट थे उनको रखा गया और लगभग 12,000 जो कैवलरी थी उसको रखने की परमिशन दी गई. इज दैट क्लियर? अलोंग विद दैट Sikhs were also forced to pay an amount of 1,50 lakh rupees in the form of war remuneration. Means 1.5 करोड़ रुपीस in the form of war remuneration पे करने के लिए भी सिखों को फोर्स किया गया. Okay, after that the Treaty of Bhairowal, means we can say that Lord Harding was not satisfied with the provisions of this Lahore Treaty. वो पंजाब एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में अपने इंटरफेरेंस को बढ़ाना चाहता था. पंजाब एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन जो था वो दिलीप सिंह के अंडर था. इन लाहौर ट्रीटी के प्रोविजंस के अकॉर्डिंग दिलीप सिंह को पंजाब का रूलर एक्सेप्ट किया गया था और उसमें जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की पावर थी वो रानी जिंदा के पास में रखेगी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव काउंसिल. फाइनली Lord Harding signed the Treaty of Bhairowal. Okay, he signed the Treaty of Bhairowal on 26th December 1846 common era. And as per the provisions of this treaty, British resident was appointed in the Punjab state to handle the Punjab administration. Means पंजाब का एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन अब कम्प्लीटली ब्रिटिशर्स के हाथों में आ गया. रानी जिंदा को एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव काउंसिल से हटा दिया गया एंड नियर बाई 48,000 एनुअल पेंशन के ऊपर उनको पंजाब एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन से अलग करके और पंजाब में ही रहने की परमिशन दी गई. इज दैट क्लियर गाइज? सो दैट वाज द फर्स्ट एंग्लो सिख वॉर. स्टार्टेड ऑन 13th December 1845, completed on 30th Feb 1846 and finally Treaty of Lahore on 1st March 1846 common era. Is that clear? After that the next thing is related with the second Anglo-Sikh war. Okay, in this battle Sikhs got defeat. So it means they were not satisfied with their defeat, or means we can say that because of the different provisions made under the Treaty of Lahore, the Sikhs were annoyed with that, and along with that the ambitions of Britishers were also not fulfilled. They still wanted to occupy the state of Punjab. Okay, so which were the major reasons behind that we are going to discuss here. यानी इस वॉर के बाद भी सिखों और ब्रिटिशर्स के बीच में एक और वॉर हुआ था, सेकेंड एंग्लो सिख वॉर. तो उसके मेजर रीजंस क्या थे उसके बारे में हम यहाँ पे डिस्कशन करेंगे. ओके, सो लॉर्ड डलहौजी बिकेम द नेक्स्ट गवर्नर ऑफ ब्रिटिश ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी. ओके, Lord Dalhousie was an imperialistic governor. He wanted to merge the Punjab state in the British Empire. Along with that, the soldiers who were thrown out of the Punjab army, of the Sikh army, they were annoyed with the Britishers. Rani Jinda wanted to take revenge of their powerlessness. That was because of the Treaty of Bharawal signed with the Britishers by the Punjab state. Okay, so all these kind of reasons make the second Anglo-Maratha war inevitable. यानी इसमें मेजर रीजन क्या रहे, ब्रिटिशर्स ने बहुत से इसके अलावा हम ये भी कह सकते हैं कि 1847 में ब्रिटिशर्स ने बहुत से ऐसे मेजर्स अडॉप्ट किए विच वर एंटी-सिक्स, विच वर अगेंस्ट द सिख ट्रेडिशंस. रानी जिंदा अपनी पावरलेसनेस के लिए ब्रिटिशर्स को रेस्पॉन्सिबल मानती थी, तो वो भी अपनी पावरलेसनेस का बदला लेना चाहती थी. लॉर्ड डलहौजी पंजाब को कम्प्लीटली ब्रिटिश एम्पायर में मर्ज करना चाहते थे. और इसके अलावा जो सोल्जर्स लाहौर ट्रीटी की वजह से सिख आर्मी से निकल गए थे, वो ब्रिटिशर्स से अपनी उस सिचुएशन का बदला लेना चाहते थे. सो ऑल दीज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स मेड द second Anglo-Sikh war inevitable, and finally the war started. Okay, the Sikhs declared a war, the Britishers declared a war against Sikhs on 10th October 1848 Common Era. Okay, Sikhs were decisively defeated by the Britishers, and finally the Sikh commander Sher Singh, Chittar Singh and Mool Raj. Sher Singh, Chittar Singh and Mool Raj, okay, surrendered in front of the British army, and with the surrender of these three major Sikh commander, the Sikh power came to an end, and in this way Punjab state was merged into the British Empire. So finally we can say that with their policy of divide and rule, Britishers occupied the Punjab state and merged that in the British Empire. And because of their mutual dispute, Sikh state came to an end. So in this way, in this video, we discussed about Anglo-Mysore war, and along with that the Anglo-Sikh war. Okay. About the remaining things of this chapter we'll discuss in the next video. Till then, stay at your home, be safe. And one more thing guys, if there will be any doubt while watching this video in your mind, you can write me in the comment section. I will definitely help you to resolve all your doubts. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Jai Hind.